Respected students, welcome back everyone. So today we are going to start the mock interview. The candidate name is Vaibhav. So Vaibhav, welcome.
Thank you so much.
So he's having around 3+ years of experience, and we are going to take mock interview on Power BI SQL, data warehousing, and very little bit of Fabric and Power Apps. That's it. So it is mostly Power BI SQL interview. So now let's start with the mock interview. Vaibhav, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are going to just update. We are going to completely skip intro part and pure technical mock interview. Okay.
Sure.
So my first question was, Vaibhav, in your recent project, what was the data modeling you were using? Star schema or Snowflake schema?
So in my recent project, I am using the star scheme.
Star schema. So star schema has one fact table, true or false.
Uh, yes, you can say it has one fact table, but it may like more fact table than one. So you can say
Star
that.
schema.
Yes, I think in star schema there is no particular condition that it may only have one fact table. You can have like two fact table also. But generally, we can see that yes, in a star schema one fact table.
Okay, star schema has only one fact. Okay.
Yes.
So let's say like there are two tables. One is dimension, other is fact table, and we have already connected our customer ID. Okay. On customer ID, active relationship is there. But as per the client requirement and all those things, we need to create one more relationship that is active. So
Okay.
what are all the possible ways you will convert that inactive relationship to active relationship?
So the first is user relationship function.
Okay.
We can basically create an inactive relationship, and based on our requirement, we can use relationship function index, and that's how we can basically active a relationship. And generally, we do use this function. Any other method right now I can't recall right now.
So let's say you have started the work and your schedule, you found that in email that your schedule refresh was failed. So from your experience, you are having 3 years of experience. From your experience, what are two, three possible ways why schedule refresh gets failed?
So basically, if my schedule refresh is failed, firstly I will go to the check my gateway. Like gateway is enabled or not. If it is disabled, I will basically click on the enable mode. So if gateway is enabled, then I will check if there is any error. Suppose if someone changed the column name in the SQL file in SQL table, then it will basically give me error because in Power BI the column name will be changed. I will check the credential, the data source credential is different or not. So these are the possible. These are mainly 3 point the gateway data. If there any file in the SQL file, is there any problem in the SQL table and the data source credential? I will check this first.
Yeah. Okay. So in your project, like which account you had, Pro or Premium?
Pro account.
Pro account. So what are the some of the few features about Pro account?
So generally, Pro account has less cost than Premium account. We can basically schedule refresh around like 8 times in the Pro account. It has also feature of AI and all, but we can basically publish only 1 GB file, 1 GB PBX file from the Pro account in to the Power BI service account. So it has these features, and we can store around like 10 GB in the Pro account. So storage is 10 GB, upload file limit is 1 GB, the schedule refresh limit is 8 times, and the cost is around $13. I don't know exact cost.
Yeah, it keeps on changing, but 10 to 5.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's say now little bit tricky question I will ask. So your uh, data source of Azure Database.
Azure Database. Okay.
Okay, not SQL or Excel, SharePoint. Your data source of Azure Database. How you will set up the gateway?
How will I set up the gateway? So I think Azure Databricks is on the cloud platform. So I don't think so the gateway is needed.
Yeah, okay, very good answer. So yeah, coming to the next question. Like when you publish the PBX file into Power BI service, okay. So your file gets published into two parts, report and data set, which is known as semantic model. So can you differentiate between report and semantic model? 3 to 5 parts.
Yeah, so semantic model contain data and the visualization part of both. Generally, report contains only a visualization part. If we change anything into the semantic model, it will directly impact on the report part. If we apply row level security, we have to apply on the semantic model part, the data set part. It will automatically apply on the report part. So, and we can basically create many reports on a particular semantic model. So this is the main difference. So semantic model is a core. Based on it we will create reports, different reports.
Okay, so you said RLS, you have taken the name. Like, what was your access in the workspace as a developer in your company?
Admin. Currently, I have admin access.
You had admin access. Okay, so admin bypasses RLS, true or false?
Yes. Admin, member, and contributor. They three, or all of three of them. Basically, they can surpass the RLS. Only viewer, the basically view on RLS apply only on viewer role.
Okay, and contributor can update the app. Do you have any idea about?
No, I don't think so. No, contributor cannot update them. I think member can update them.
Are you sure about this? If admin gives access to contributor, then he can update about.
Yes, then he can. If admin can, yes.
Okay, so the admin is the most powerful from your understanding.
Yes.
Okay. What is your understanding about the subscription?
So, suppose I have created a report on a finance report, and I have around like 3 to 4 stakeholders, and they want basically get a daily view or monthly view or weekly view on like schedule basis. Like suppose every Monday they want to get report on their email, or they want to get the what is happening in the report. So basically, we will basically create a subscription, and on the basis of subscription, like weekly manner or monthly manner, I will create a subscription, give like these 3 4 permission, and basically on if I create weekly basis subscription, they will get about the report updates on the weekly manner. Basically, they will get their on email or something like RBI notification settings.
Okay, so can we send the whole report or PDF or SharePoint OneDrive via subscription?
I think we can basically send a whole report. Can you please repeat your question?
Yeah. Can you send like a report contains 5 pages? Can
Okay.
you send whole report of 5 pages or PDF, PPT or SharePoint OneDrive via subscription?
Yes.
How about you had pro account? Huh? Have you done that?
No, I haven't I haven't done this, but I think we can basically for subscription. I think we have necessary pro account, uh, but I think we can share this report.
So you
The
can,
whole.
yeah, you can do after interview, you can do R&D.
Okay.
You can say, okay. Now coming to ETL part Power Query, like what is your understanding about the column quality? How it is helpful in?
So column quality basically give all idea about the column, like null values, the distinct values, the unique values, and all. So
Okay. Column quality shows distinct value.
sure. Sorry, the error value, the null value, and the one more thing. I don't. I think it basically give you the basically explain you the column health.
So how it is helpful for best practices in Power BI code?
Basically, you can check like which type of values are present in your column.
Okay. And
We have another option like column profile, and also in which basically you can check all type of different statistics of your column, like null value, distinct value, unique value. I'm a little bit confused about the column quality and column profile.
okay. And let's say little bit tricky question once again. So if you're doing left join, so for doing join, we need any ID. Okay. So can we do left join on 3 4 columns on Power Query? We can select 3 4 columns and then do left join. Can we do that?
No, I don't think so. In Power BI, I don't. I don't think so. We can basically. Uh, I don't think so. We can do this.
Okay. Now, what is your understanding about query folding?
Yes. So query folding basically means transform your data at source level. Suppose you have if you are basically using a relational database system like SQL, so query folding apply on only on the relational database system like SQL and all. It will not apply on the Excel and SharePoint because the Excel can't basically go back and transform the data itself. So suppose you are basically getting data from the SQL and you have applied the 3-4 steps. So now you are basically applying in the Power BI, but you want that it will basically transform at source level. Then I can get the data. Then basically you basically there is an option called view native query. If it is enabled, then you can basically go and check that yes, it is enabled. So your query is folded at source level. So it is very important feature in the performance optimization of Power BI report.
Okay. Have you faced the scenario where you were creating data modeling and many-to-many relationship was happening?
Yes.
So how you have solved that?
So generally in Power BI new version, many-to-many relationship will work if you are using a unidirectional relationship from dimension to basically from one table to second table. If you are using unidirectional relationship, not bidirectional, because it will give you ambiguous result. So it will work. But if you want to basically change it to one to many, then you can basically go for bridge table.
Okay, so you have to create the bridge table to solve the many-to-many relationship.
Yes, we have basically many approach like change the granularity. You can use concatenation. You can use role playing dimension. You can use like there are actually many methods, but generally we use bridge table
Okay, so
because it is very simple.
yeah, I have written this key. This key is
Yes,
having 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay.
actually the chat is not opening. Okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay,
So this is primary key or foreign key?
this is foreign key.
Why it is foreign?
Because it has duplicate number like 33 and 66. Primary key, there is a condition for primary key that it should be not null and unique.
Normal and unique. Okay. What is your understanding about slowly changing dimension?
Yes. So generally dimension table don't change frequently, but there are some dimension which change according to the time. So we have basically slowly changing dimension which change according to the time. So suppose actually there are many versions of slowly changing dimension: SCD0, SCD1, SCD2, SCD3. So I am taking an example. It will so basically if the burger price is 40 in 2008 and now it is 50, so the price gap is very little, like it's around like 15 20 years the price is not increased significantly. It's just like 40 to 50 rupees. So SCD0 is a static dimension, it doesn't change, it will remain constant. We basically neglect the changes because the changes are very like not very significant. In SCD2 we basically uh, in SCD1 basically I am little bit confusing, but we generally use SCD2, which is basically historical data plus current data. We generally use we basically keep rows for historical data, and for current data we basically add the new rows. So we generally in Power BI and in data analysis we generally use SCD2 dimension.
Okay, so my next question is what is your understanding about DDL, DML, and DCL commands?
So DDL is stand for data definition language, DML is data manipulation language, and DCL basically data control language. I don't know exact full form. So DDL basically they define the structure of your data. DDL basically create, alter, basically drop these things, and DML like data manipulation, the CURD operation, the basically update, delete. Modify, update, delete, insert. So this type of operation we basically focus on the DML. And the last one is DCL,
DCL, data control.
data control. Data control language, I think grant and revoke. I don't know exact, but I think these are the two operations we generally do in the DCL.
Okay. So coming to the next part, like in your project, whether you will fit view or view.
I We can't fetch store processor. We can only fetch view.
Okay, so we were fetching view. So what are the advantages of fetching view or using view in your Power BI report?
Yeah. So basically, suppose you want to get data from two or more tables. You want to do a certain type of transformation on that particular data. So you can save this type of transformation in a particular view. So you basically are fetching not exact table. You are fetching the basically create a temporary view based on it. So basically, you can save your query into view
Okay.
so that you can fetch again and
Yeah. What is factless fact table?
generally fact table contain numerical data, but suppose there is a fact table which doesn't contain any numerical data, which basically store the events or this type of thing, then it is called factless fact.
Yeah. Okay. Coming to the next point, like your client said that he wants the data, whatever visualization you have used, he wants to see the export functionality, like visuals data he wants to export in Excel. So how you will do that?
So suppose we have a table visual in the Power BI and he want to export this data into Excel.
Yeah. So which
We have
functionality?
option.
Yeah, which functionality in Power BI you will want there?
We have like three dots on the visual, in which if we click, there is an option export in Excel. So by which we can basically
That
export
three dots option will be enabled by which option in Power BI?
a header icon.
Yeah. My map usually is not working. What are the reasons for that? As a developer, I'm using map visual, but it is not working. It is not representing, showing properly.
The I think maybe the data type issue.
Okay.
The location column is not in the correct data type. I think.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Coming to the next question, like what is the difference between same period last year, dated and parallel period?
Yeah. Just give me a time. Same period last year has some restriction. Basically, it will give you only the last period data.
Okay.
Suppose if you are basically for you want January month, it will give you only last month, last year. So it has restriction that it will give you all data for only last year. So same period last year, this function. We have dated and parallel period. So these both function works like similar. They have like similar functionality, but they will create problem in the when you expand the hierarchy in the table or any matrix. So dated will give you all the hierarchy in correct format, but parallel period will give you correct values uh, until basically it will give you correct values if you give suppose I am giving an example. Suppose you have give month in the parallel period function, right? So it will give you correct output on year, on quarter and month, but not day wise. If you give quarter as an input, it will give you correct output on the year and quarter, but not month and day wise. So they have this type of issue in the parallel period.
Okay. So see, I have pasted one more uh, in the
Okay.
table chat. This is one
Let me
column.
just
Okay. 200, 300, 300, 300, 400, 500, 600, 600. So give me Dale's rank and rank for it.
Just give me a minute.
Yeah, take your time. Then, sorry, okay. Coming to the next question, like, what is your understanding about OLAP and OLTP? And a Power BI developer in real-time projects uses OLTP or OLAP data.
So yeah, so in real time, generally Power BI developer use OLAP, online analytical processing, and OLTP stand for online transaction processing. Generally, this software developer, which basically use backend, generally they use OLTP for ticket booking and transaction and all. So in online analytic processing, basically it contains the historical data plus current data. So we generally data analyst, data scientist, and data engineer needs historical data and current data for analysis and trending and forecasting. So generally we use OLAP for basically analytical purpose. And online transaction processing only content current data. So ticket booking and this banking and all. Generally, this type of operation we do in the
Okay,
TPs.
okay. What is the difference between pie chart and donut chart?
So pie chart and donut chart, they both are used for the analysis of proportion. Like we have a data of category wise, like or you can say reason wise. Then we can basically show the proportion, like how much weightage of a particular category. The basic difference is both of them. The donut chart has a center blank, like it is basically like a wheel, and pie chart is like a whole circle with basically a different proportion.
Okay, let's say today's date is 12th of September. Okay, 12th September. So what is the MTD, QTD, YTD dates?
Yeah, so 12th of September 2025. Okay, so MTD will be the 1st September 2025 to 12th September 2025. MTD.
Okay,
The YTD is from 1st January 2025 to 12th September 2025,
okay,
and the September uh, and the QTD will be the 1st July 2025 to 12th September 2025.
okay. So what is your understanding about like in Power Query, there is one concept known as column from example. So have you
Yes,
used it in your project column from
yes.
example?
Yes. So basically, if we have a particular column and we want to derive a certain values from that particular column based on say a particular pattern, then we can use a column from example. So you have to basically select a particular column, then you can basically you have to give different values. Like so for Webho, it you have give one for Vinayak. If you want to give two, then in the repetitive value it will give above one and Vinayak 2 and this type of thing. So based on a particular pattern, it will basically create values. So you can do this according to your need.
Okay, what is your understanding about the not null constraint?
Yes. So so suppose if you have created a table in the SQL and you created a column with not null constraint, so it will not basically receive any null values. It should be like it must be uh, have any particular value, but it can't be null.
Okay, so last two questions. Like you are in your project, you had Pro account. Okay, you were using import mode. Your PBX file is exceeding 1 GB. So you can't publish it, or even it is taking more time to load the report. Okay. So what are the ways you will work on to optimize your PBX file performance wise?
So actually, there are many methods to optimize our PBI file, performance wise and the space wise. So I am taking steps from data source. Then we basically go to the OSL. So first of all, if you are basically fetching too much rows, which will not need in the analysis, then you can basically apply the filter in the SQL. in the view section. So it will basically fetch the less rows. The first thing is that we basically filter the data. We are fetching only data which we are basically need. The second, we can apply in the Power Query section. We can use efficient data type. Now instead of date time data type, we can use date and time separately. Instead of text data type, we can use another data type. Like we can use query folding. We can basically if we are using Snowflake schema or Galaxy schema, we can use star schema. We can basically optimize our model. Like if we are using many to many relationship, we can use one to many. If we are using bi-directional relationship, we can use single directional. So these things we are doing it, we can do in the data modeling part. We can use incremental refresh. Like the past data is static. It is not changing very frequently. We are changing only current data. Then we can use also incremental refresh. It will also increase the performance. We can use in text part, we can use Dex Studio to efficient our Dex so that it will take less time in the performance analyzer. We can use performance analyzer in the visualization part. So this type of steps we can basically use to optimize our report. We can basically set the auto, we can disable the auto date time and set the calendar.
So your report was working fine till Friday and today is Monday. Okay. So when you opened the report, you found the unusual trends in your report.
Unusual trends means
Unusual trends like some errors and all those things like total sale was down automatically it went to 10 lakh. All these are those issues you found are visualizable. As a professional Power BI developer, what would be the first three things you will check?
First I will check the data in the data source. Like it changed like this significantly or not. Like our report is based on the data. If data is wrong, our report will show the wrong result. So I will check the data source first.
Okay. Second thing.
I will check if data is correct. I will check my calculation and modeling. I will check my modeling that it is the relationships are correct or formulas are correct which I have written. So I think these are the major things which I will check.
Definitely. So thank you, Vaibhav, so much. So we are done with the
Thank you.
thanks a lot for your time. Those really
Thank you.
nice to